Hi, I'm Tara, and I'm here today with Marilyn Ford Vessels from Primerica Financial Services, and we're going to be talking about women and money. And that is a scary topic for a lot of women. We just kind of want to run away from that and not talk about money. But really, a woman has to plan differently than a man because women live longer than men, and a lot of women do find themselves financially responsible for themselves. You know, divorce, death, different things that could happen. What do you see as the biggest difference for a man and a woman when you're dealing with men and women and looking at their financial pictures? What do you find a difference in how they approach their retirements or their savings?
Well, unfortunately, we find that a lot of women kind of depend on a man to, take care of it, so they're really not knowledgeable about what's in place, what's going to happen, what do I do. So what we like to do is we share, we do what's called a financial needs analysis, and we share what your finance looks like right now, what your plan is to be in the future, and how you're going to get there. Because a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to retire here, well, the insurance is going to cover it, and it's really not true. So once you see it on paper and you see what's happening, then you have a plan, and you'll know how to take care of your finances.
So you do find a lot of women who just think, I'm not involved with the bills, I'm not involved with the money, he takes care of that.
Right.
All right, so ladies, a man is not a plan. We need to be on top of our finances. Now, one of the things that I like with this financial need assessments is a whole snapshot. It's not just looking at insurance or just looking at retirement or just looking at savings. You're really looking at the whole picture of somebody's financial life.
Exactly. We're looking at what your insurances are, your life insurance, if you're having long-term insurance, what your savings are, what your retirement plan, what's happening with your debt. I mean, you see with that economy, what it is today, a lot of people haven't planned for their debt. Our goal is to try to get people totally debt-free. And so we show them how to, consolidate your bills, pay off your house early, what the little tricks are to pay off your house early, to get out of your debt. And
now, one
of
the things with debt, because I think a lot of people think that's never going to happen. When you talk about getting out of debt, I know you have two programs that you talk to people about, one being debt stacking and one being consolidating. What's the difference? How do I know which one would be a better way for me to work?
Well, it depends what your finances are. Most of the time, if one owns a home or if you're able to get a signature loan, then you can go on and consolidate your debt. And then we also...
And what's the benefit of that? Versus making all these different payments, what's the benefit of me consolidating it?
Well, you're not paying the interest to the finance companies,
okay.
And you're actually in today's market, when the credit is tightening up, then you're not vulnerable under those different companies.
Okay.
So debt stacking, what that is when we find a person isn't able to, like they may be upside down in their home, and you see that today with the adjustable mortgages and so forth. So what we do with the debt stacking is we will share with a person, after we look at all of their bills, which one they should pay first. And then you pay off one bill, and then you take all that money and pay it into another bill, and so forth and so forth. And then you'll be surprised how quickly that, if you stay on that schedule, how much quicker that you can actually pay off the bill.
Debt. So if I'm making minimum payments on five different credit cards, and people just say, I'm going to put a little more towards this, a little bit more towards this, that's probably not the best way to go.
That is not. It's
so you pay towards just the one, get that one paid off, and then all the money that was going towards that you add now to number 2.
Exactly.
And then when that one's paid off, you add to number 3.
Pay that off and not use that card again.
Yes.
So we have to change our thinking, because that's what happens. People go, oh, this is free and clear, and then you build it back up, and you're right back into that vicious circle.
Yeah. So you do a lot of education about changing the way you use money,
Absolutely.
And one of the things that was interesting, we were talking about insurance, and I always think, we hear all the commercials, we don't have enough insurance, and you've actually found people are overinsured.
Right. And what we do, we look at what your whole needs are, and if you have enough insurance to take care of your mortgage and your bills and school and all of that, then we encourage you to take that money, just insure yourself for what your needs are, your actual needs are, and take the rest of that money and invest it in yourself for your retirement.
So there might be a better way to be using your money than you're currently using.
Absolutely, because you want that money to take care of yourself, not the companies.
And one of the things I think when we start talking about investment and retirement, most people think, Marilyn, I am, paycheck to paycheck. I don't have extra savings. I don't have extra money. I wouldn't even want to have a financial need assessment done. I'd be horrified. And I don't have any money to invest. So what would be the purpose of me even getting together to find out what my financial picture is? What do you say to someone like that?
We share with people that, even if you could cut back your expenses just 5%, just don't have that one cup of coffee, in a week, that can equal $25. And that $25 can be put into a savings and earn you almost $200,000 in between, 20 and 30 years. So there is a way for you to save. And we share with you all those different ways.
So it's not major lifestyle change.
It's
a little cutting back here and there. And that really for $25 a month, I think you said in 20 years, that's $200,000.
Exactly.
That's huge. Now, one of the things with Primerica is that you do focus on the middle class. It's not just, people who have lots of money. This is really a financial needs assessment for the average working person.
Right, because for the people, the wealthy, this will cost you between $500 and $1,000, and we do it complimentary.
So this is totally free.
Totally free, totally customized, and confidential.
So this is a great service, ladies. You can contact Marilyn at the information below and have your personal financial need assessments done totally complimentary, just to get a snapshot, get an idea of where you are and what you need to do to get to where you want to be. So thank you, Marilyn, so much for being with us today and sharing your tips.
My pleasure.
We will see you next week.